In this video, I'm rolling with Mike again. Mike is a good blue belt at the academy. When I say good, I mean experienced. He's not a new blue belt. He's been around the block. He has 5 or 6 videos on my channel. I call him the Irishman for obvious reasons. And I think he's, I forget his age. He's probably about 50 years old. Similar weight, maybe a lot stronger than me. I think he goes to the gym. And his style is a bit stiff. He's trying to loosen up. In his mind, he's being loose, but your mind lies to you. So in the beginning, you think you're going slower, you think you're being looser, you think you're feeling things out, but you're not. But over time, you will, if you have the right mindset. So what I'm going to do in this round is just hold him off for the first 5 minutes. I'm not going to let him get grips that he likes. I'm going to keep my legs in there, and I'm going to use as little effort as possible, because you can actually wear somebody out from the bottom. I forgot what black belt said it. He says, yeah, I'm not really good at opening the guard, but my defense when I'm in the guard is so good that the guy will want to open it on his own. So how that relates here is, he's going to try to pass my guard until he realizes it's probably close to impossible. And hopefully he'll use a lot of strength and stamina during that time. So as you can see, he's looking for the double unders. He's keeping a decent posture here, but he definitely needs to get off his knees. Now, I'm not one of those people that say there's never a moment you should be on your knees, but not that moment. See, he's in a better passing position. But again, not when he goes back to his knees. That falls right into my butterfly guard game. So pretty much, I don't want to say at any moment, but I can probably roll him over pretty easily by just controlling one of his arms. So here I'm in what I like to call the Swami. That means I didn't have any leg connection. I'm foregoing my initial defense, my first line of defense, which would be like a spider guard, keeping my feet on his torso, on his hip, on his knee, having points of connection. There I was able to just do a quick ankle pick. There was some hard wrist fighting there. He was trying to push my wrist to the other side, probably to take my back. So instead of just using my arm, I squared up with my body, gave my arm structure, and was able to resist. Here he tried to stand up. I tried to do a snap down, but it didn't work, so I'm back in the Swami. You usually only see me in that position if I feel I can hold off my opponent. It's not something I would use if I was competing, let's say. That was a good attempt there from Mike. I'm sure that would have passed a lot of people's guards. But he only had control of my ankle, not my knee. So you got to control the ankle and the knee. It's a leg drag, right? So there I was looking to roll him over. He's seen that before, so he got his posture back up. But I still have the underhook. Now I'm looking to drag his arm in front of me and take his back. He's still trying to run around. See, as soon as he puts his leg up like that, his left leg, it gives me my hook. So he knows that, then he falls to a knee. But now he's on 2 knees, and that's not really an advantageous position for a guard passer. Unless he has a connection. And his arms aren't connected, and now his legs aren't connected. So here I like when people grab my head like that. So I'm just waiting to sweep him there. But he let go of it. Here I'm laying back because I'm like baiting him. I want him to try something. I want him to continue to try to pass. You have to realize it's been 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes of him trying to pass with no reward. And I think that maybe not in a competition, but in a role, you should definitely think to yourself, let me play guard now. So that's what he did. He kind of sat back into guard, but he has no connection. Left leg has no connection. Right and left hand have no connection. Right foot has no connection. So here he has 1 point of connection. He's breaking my posture with his hand. But his left leg and his left hand still aren't active. So remember, when you're playing guard, you want to have 4 points of connection. At least 3. So there I threatened the footlock, and when he defended, I went right to knee. Right, I brought my knee right to his waist. Now I'm holding his leg with my right hand and blocking his other leg with my right arm. And there, he tried to come up for a single underneath, and that let me pin his left arm to his body. So now he's in a howdy choke. And you could see by the look on my face, I'm not breathing heavy. I'm totally calm. And I'm just applying incremental pressure. I could just squeeze as hard as I can and get the tap, but I don't want to do that. I want to see what it's like to really feel this out. And as you could see, he doesn't know what to do. He's thinking about tapping. He thought about it a couple of times. Then when he adjusted like that, I really was able to flatten his bicep across his throat and finish with the choke. Now, you can also finish by just compressing the arm into the chest. Both ways are terribly painful. So it's a great choke to know. My friend at Marcelo Academy used to do this on me all the time. He was a good brown belt. I was a blue belt. And I finally learned to stop reaching across like that. Because from there, there's also a darce. There's other things I could do. But I love finishing it just from the howdy. It's simple and it's effective. So here I'm showing him points of connection. See, there's 4 points of connection right there. See how easy the triangle went on? If I had 1 or 2 points, can I throw a triangle up like that? So I don't want him to grab my head, and I have 4 points of connection. So in gi, you could grab the collar and the sleeve and pull someone forward. In no gi, you have to grab like the back of the arm and the clinch behind the neck. Now, what's great is you could still do this in gi. It's not that you can't do it. So we're starting over. As you can see, I'm very flexible. Like I could sit on my knees like that. I could get pushed back straight over my feet and not get injured. But a lot of people can't. So that's why flexibility is so important. So there I told him to pull guard. And as you could see, his guard pull was basically just like falling on his side, no points of connection. Now, this is because Mike is strong and he has a good guard passing game. I have a good guard. That's the only reason I fended him off. But you could tell like a lot of that guard passing works on lower belts. But on the higher belts, you have to have 4 points of connection. So I started him that way. So I don't have to tell you exactly where to connect. Just make sure you're connected. Grab the wrist, grab the head, put your hook in, put your foot on the hip. Because once that connection's lost, it's easy for somebody to just run around your guard. There, that was interesting. Again, due to my flexibility, I was able to snap my right leg over his left underhooking leg. So he was looking for a sweep, and instead I ended up in like the top of half guard. And there I tapped him with the Naoki lock, which I've been using lately. It's a great way to finish somebody. It's safe relatively, because if they pull out of the ankle lock, you just switch to the Aoki. I'm not an expert footlocker, as many of you know who watch the channel, but I'm still developing, and I'm definitely working on it. That's a huge aspect to my game that needs work. So here again, I'm showing him points of connection and not letting me grab his head. See, it's easy for him to not let me grab his head because he has two arms against my one arm in this position. This is how I play. And just a little detail, even his right leg that's in half guard isn't hooked properly. It's open. It would be easy for me to kick off that bottom hook. So there's mistakes he's making that I don't see in real time. See, when he steps forward with that leg, I put my hand on his knee. I can push off from there and make space. So you want to work with whatever your opponent is giving you. But please check out our other roles in the description. And thank you for watching. If you find value in my content, you want to help support the channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link, or you can check out the X Marshall link is in the description. Thank you.